There's nothing better than shoving your robe on in the morning to get out of bed. Like, I love this robe. It's my favourite. It's like the waffle material, and it's my favourite. Also, is there anything better than disguising the fact that hair wash is approaching with a sock curl? Probably not. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. As another side note, shopping's come this morning, and the reason why I've had to stumble out of bed with said robe on is because I overslept into the food shop delivery slot, so I had to run downstairs in my robe with sock curls in to go and retrieve the shop. But yeah, anyway, the food shop's in, it's all looking great. It's actually quite nice to be the one unloading the food shop. I think because I'm living at home at the moment, I sometimes don't really know where stuff is or what's in. But now, like, I've got the full picture, like, I'm full of resources, I'm ready to go, do you know what I mean? Like, I've thought of what I want for lunch, breakfast, dinner, tea. Do you get me? Another side note, cottage cheese. I fear I'm going to be back on a cottage cheese hype because the things you can do with some good cottage cheese, like I actually just love cottage cheese. Bit of chili flakes in there. You can make a hot honey. We had one the other day and it was stunning. The nutritionist, Emily English, she's called. We got a recipe from her, which was like fried peaches with some ham and then a hot honey with cottage cheese on sourdough, and oh my God, like, it was actually just stunning. So I'm thinking, to be fair, I think my mum got some peaches, so we could actually make that. I told her about it though, and she was like, you need to make that for me, so maybe that's why she's got the peaches in. Camera memory went a little bit there, but yeah, plan for today. I've got errands to do around the house, which actually I'm quite excited to do because it involves cleaning. I've got a prep call for my final stage interview next week about my presentation. We'll see how that goes. And then we might go for a walk this afternoon, but we'll see. But yeah, for now, it's not really makeup. It's just kind of a, mini glow up without really putting too much makeup on. I'm just putting a bit of Beauty of Joyson SPF and Dynasty cream on. I'm trying to really stick to wearing SPF every day. I read this statistic and it really put it into perspective. I definitely want to make sure that I'm making better decisions with the SPF I'm wearing though, and making sure it's non-toxic and stuff. But I do want to be wearing it every day because it was 80%, don't quote me on this, but 80% of skin aging is caused by sun exposure. And that doesn't have to be sat baking in the sun on holiday. That can literally, I'm just going in, with the peaches and cream, tan face tint, just to go over it and just give me a little bit of colour. But this is just a nice little thing to do for every day. For an everyday, not makeup, but just to make you feel a little bit fresher. Anyway, I digress. They say that around 80% of skin aging is caused by sun exposure. So basically people not wearing SPF or thinking that they don't need to wear SPF, which I found quite interesting because I feel like in the UK, we go, it's not sunny, why would I put sun cream on, or why would I need to wear it? But honestly, I feel like it put it into perspective for me, the amount of times that I have actually caught the sun when it's been really, really cloudy. Today it's so cloudy, I can't even see where the sun is, but I've still put a little bit on because I'm trying to make it a little bit of a habit, basically. I'm not scared of aging, but I am starting to think about it a little bit more. I'm well into the over 25s category on X Factor right now. Do you get me? So I think it's time to start thinking on. Might do a little bit of lip tint, why not? This is the Wonderskin lip tint. I've not worn this in a while, but this is perfect. Oh God, it's actually tickling. Tickling a lip. That'll do. Sometimes I low-key like that colour. I'm in the middle of getting ready for my final stage interviews next week. So I'm getting close to having to make a decision, and part of me is just do I even want to make a decision? Am I buzzing about going back to work? No, I'd be lying if I said I was. I'm enjoying life as it is right now, but obviously the money isn't really moneying and the cash flow ain't flowing. Do you know what I mean? Someone's got to go back to work, basically. And that's fine, I'm at peace with it, but no, I'm not exactly mega buzzing. I think I've just been out of work for so long, for reference of how long I've not worked for because of travelling. Like, I've been back from travelling now, like, about 6 weeks, and then I went for about 7 months. So we're talking, I'm coming up to, like, you know, bit like a mat leave. Kind of having mixed emotions about it. Like, I've been off for a long time, and I'm enjoying, like, this little bubble that I'm in and the routine, and seeing family, seeing friends, chilling through the week, going for a big walk. Like, I'm really enjoying, like, this vibe. Maybe I should take this off now. But yeah, basically, no, I'm not, like, you know, raring to go. I think maybe when I've accepted a job offer and I kind of know where I'm going to go, I might feel different, because I'm into, like, I'm at a crossroads, and I think this is affecting how I'm feeling about going back to work in general, because 2 of the main jobs I've gone for, which I'm at final for, they're both completely different jobs. Like, they're not comparable. They're similar, but, like, they're a different role, very different culture, different business, different vibe, the salary, like, the hybrid work arrangement, that they're both so different that I'm struggling to even compare them, really. I think that maybe next week, once I've been in, it'll become apparent. I'll end up where I'm meant to be, everything's going to be all good, and I'll know what decision to make next week. So that's that anyway. I've done a little bit of, like, a light freshen up, which I feel a lot better for. Also, I did a colour refresh for anyone who's got red hair, because I've just tried these out, and they're actually really, really good. So I bought these 3 Revlon Nutri colours. I got 524, which is like a brown, it's coppery pearl brown. And then I got this violet one, which is shade 200. And then I got shade 500, which is purple red. And I mix a little bit of each. It just gives your hair a boost. Red hair is the hardest colour to get out of your hair, but also the quickest to fade and look a bit dull, or your roots to come through. It's literally like a matter of, like, a couple of weeks, and it starts to show. So these are like colour transfer conditioners, or colour depositing conditioners, I think it is. And it's kind of like you apply it as if it's hair dye, but it just gives your hair a bit of a boost. So I would recommend them, you know, because it's actually giving mine a little bit of a glow up between hair dyes. Because I don't know when I'm actually going to get another colour on it. I'm going to see how long I can just kind of rely on them before it actually starts to be, like, borderline love, like, go to the salon. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to start a bit of a Do you know what? I'm going to open the fucking window, because it's actually boiling. I'm going to start a bit of a refresh. I need to make my bed, first of all. I'm going to put you there. Make the bed. You can do it all. I want, like, a big bowl. Yeah. So we're doing a nice bowl of oats. I've lost the scoop. Oh, doesn't the universe work in wonderful ways? As I said that, I turned to my left and there it was. So I just do, per person, probably do a little bit more for you, Harv, but I run, like, a lot of extras. But these, like, protein scoops of oats, I do about 2.5 to 3 of these per person. I know it's weird because I've used cow's milk for the oats, but I'm having a oat milk cup of tea. I did used to drink, like, predominantly oat milk, but in Bali, when I was travelling, it was fine in Bali. Like, a lot of places did use oat milk, but then when you get to Thailand, it's like, if you're asking for oat milk, the majority of places didn't have it, so I just got used to cow's milk again, and I really like cow's milk, but I love a cup of tea with oat milk. I think it's the best. Karaki! Oats are looking stunning. They'll be nice, won't they? A perfect little oat bowl, isn't it? And then we'll do some honey over the top. Chia seed. Get the Manuka honey on it. When it's proper honey, like that, like, it costs so much for like a jar of that, but It's so good for you, and the smell, like, you can just tell that it's proper honey, do you know what I mean? We'll just do a little blobber. Look at my broccoli. My broccoli's just hanging from the door. I got it in Thailand. It's so... What did I get it in Thailand or Vietnam? Vietnam, yeah. In Hoi An, I think. How cute. We've skipped straight from breakfast to lunch, but I've made a little concoction. I've got cream cheese, which we thought was cottage cheese, but the food shop got delivered this morning, and I think they gave us cream cheese as a replacement. And then I've got tuna with like some salad and spring onion and stuff on it. And Harvey's made this, like, what was it, like a sesame oil cucumber thing? So this is the current lunch vibe. How nice is that? It's looking good. And we're catching up on Married at First Sight. We left it behind a little bit for quite a while, to be fair. Stunning. Them cucumbers are fit. Right. I've had some deliveries, which I think is my running stuff, actually. I've ordered a running vest off TikTok shop. I found a good one on TikTok shop, actually. So I've got this little water bottle, and it was about £7 the vest, which I thought was decent. It's one of them squishy bottles, and then I've got this running vest. The only thing is I'm not really mega sure on like the big branding on the back, but like it'll do the job, do you know what I mean? Fit for purpose, innit? Do you get me about the branding? I'm just not 100% on that, but beggars can't be choosers. Like, this was about £7, so can't go wrong. Also, there's a whistle on it. That's good. There's loads of little pockets. That's actually really, really good. And then there's a big pocket in the back, and then I've got this bottle to go with it. Can't really go wrong with that, because I'm trying to get back into my running. And listen, right, there's people out here running a fucking marathon. I'm going to probably be running around the block and calling it quits, you know what I mean? But at least I'm trying. And I think my one thing that puts me off running without a treadmill is that I'm carrying my phone and water. Like, I hate carrying things when I'm running. I just feel like I can't properly get into it. So I just thought, if I get a running vest, you can't go wrong with that. And then I've ordered an electric toothbrush. I don't know who that is that's ringing me, but yeah, I ordered an electric toothbrush because I was meaning to get one, and I've bought like 3 toothbrushes, just like standard ones, in the last few weeks, and lost them. And yeah, I just feel like it's my sign, because I was meaning to get an electric one. It's only about £20. Oh my God.
Oh, fam.
Shit. Right, well, I'm just on my way round to my dad's for tea now. So I'm just going to round off today's vlog here. If you've watched until the end, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog.